One second. One second. Get echo here. Yeah, I've been doing just do my dailies, and I got actually pulled. What's her name of the new character every night? Just need to gear her up. I'll just run a couple of these real quick.
With you on our side. Do it. As you wish. Together as one. Your time to shine. Rise and shine. Night falls. Good night. Wilt here. Embrace a new life. May death protect us! Again. As you wish. Again. Rise and shine. Treat our guests nicely. Wilt here.
You can do it.
Embrace a new life.
Yeah, do it one more time.
I choose you. We can do anything.
As you wish. Night falls. Good night. Converge and awaken. Have some fun. Again. Embrace a new life. Again. Rise and shine. May death protect us!
Jesus Christ.
Still here.
Okay. Night falls. Good night. As you wish. Have some fun. Rise and shine. Embrace a new life.
Figured these ornaments. Alright, see where we're going.
When we get back, let's not leave March 7th.
So, Princess Homebody, can I have a look at your...
Fix the sound quick.
Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades?
Soft and...
Hello? Your surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded. Maybe I'm both? Just kidding. If I had to choose, then I'm probably closer to the latter. It's pretty unbelievable for me, too. It's like I had a long, long dream. Cyrene's memories and Mem's memories, they're all tangled together. But when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can't remember what happened in those 30 million cycles, but I remember what you did for this world. Like, didn't you wish for me to turn into a pretty girl back at the Grove? Yep. Isn't it amazing? It's like a seed finally grew up and became a flower. And I'm definitely as cute as a flower now. There's so much I want to say, but unfortunately, this isn't the time to reminisce. With the memories of the previous flame chase still intact, we've returned to this place at the beginning of time, so we can carry out our promise to Finan. The descent of Iron Tomb may be looming over the horizon, but we still have a chance to change everything. Heidi Silicii is so quiet. In Cyrene's memories, she always sits alone by the lake, gently swaying on the swing, like she's waiting for someone. I don't know. It sounds weird, doesn't it? It's something that happened to me, but I'm talking as if I'm an observer. But that's just what those memories are like. Vague and unclear, as if encased in thick ice. The only things I remember are the days I spent with you. Emphorius will fall into an ending of destruction after the next Era Nova. But those stories went out of fashion ages ago. In a proper romantic epic, the hero's supposed to foil the villain's plot, right? That's right. He's the mastermind who's trying to control everything. How unforgivable. But I still feel a bit anxious. Lygus chose to walk into the spotlight and reveal everything, which means he still thinks the current situation is under his control. Maybe he still has an ace up his sleeve. Think about it. Even the name Lycurgus is a fake one. We have no idea who or what he really is. Which means it's probably time to borrow that treasure you're carrying, friend. Yep, that Intellitron friend did say, when required, it can also serve as a bridge for communications between the internal and external world. Heidi Silicii is a little village enclosed by time. We might be able to contact the outside world from here. Why don't we give it a try? We should at least tell our friends from beyond the sky that you're still in one piece. Firstly, we need to find a well-hidden spot.
All these stupid things. I hate them stupid things.
Is this also a blessing of the Trailblades?
It's super quiet here. Back in Cyrene's memories, this room was her secret base. No one noticed her practicing Orynyx's prayer here, or trying to speak with the gods in secret. But today's different, isn't it? We aren't trying to contact unreachable gods, but humans from other worlds. Real people. I'm prepared to witness that miracle, friend.
The way Cyrene talks is so similar to Mem. I have so many questions. I'm also worried about how Dan Heng and March 7th are doing. Here's hoping the chronocognitive anchor can still function normally. Because I really need answers.
Signal strength, 14.8%. Dialogue window, 16 minutes 22 seconds. Prerequisite, no external interferences. We are very glad to learn that you are safe.
Pity. Now's not the time to celebrate. Having two geniuses standing here means you are in big trouble. Listen up, little one. The Destruction's eyes are gazing upon this place. No, I'm not joking, and no, it's not Droidhead. It's the real Nanook.
Time is running out, so I'll explain in terms you understand. This world, Amphorius, is in fact a testing ground, where the Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, evolves through self-extrapolation. Hiding in this segment, unknown to other life forms, it has endlessly repeated the process of
One second.
Nova, seeking a solution that could obliterate the erudition. For some reason, the experiment entered a prolonged state of stagnation. However, it has now restarted. Prediction. If effective intervention is not performed, Iron Tomb will complete its self-coronation in 14 system hours and initiate its plan to destroy the entire path of erudition.
Yep. Think of it as the program having reached 99.98% completion already. And then it's over. So listen closely, little one. The speed of time is different in Amphorius compared to the outside. Destruction is just about to arrive, but you can still play Deliverer one last time.
Oh god.
The cycles have already been broken. You've entered what is theoretically the last cycle Amphorius will ever be able to run. An Iron Tomb will break out of its prison as soon as the process of Genesis is triggered once more. But now there's an abnormality within the experiment. You know what I'm talking about. One of the model's 12 factors. That is one of the 12 demigods. Destroyed himself using the power of the destruction. Fine and Signal disappeared from the cycles the moment Nanook cast their gaze this way. That means World Bearing's computational logic is currently flawed and bugged. Yet it's the factor directly related to the process of Genesis. That old Intellitron will definitely do all he can to debug this error. So you have to take this chance to claim Kepfali's core flame. Don't let him have his way. The key to suppressing Iron Tomb lies in whether he can rewrite the purpose of Era Nova.
There's one more preparation we must make. Lycus's behavior has been quite abnormal. He's never interfered in the actions of Titans or the demigods throughout the whole experiment. deduction. The sector has an extremely strict autonomous protocol restricting even its administrator. In Amphorius, this ultimate protocol goes by another name. The Law Titan, Talanton.
Law. They are the rules that restrain all things in Amphorius. And it was the core flame returned at the very beginning of the last flame chase journey.
Why do you have another little pink one next to you? Huh? Her path chart is...
Is there something wrong with me?
Never mind. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Light calendar 3960. Month of balance. We'll be locking onto this time period to find Law. You can either meet the Titan, convince the demigod, or take the core flame by force. It doesn't matter what you do, so long as you bend it to your favor. We still haven't figured out how you and Don Hung got inside this world. So influencing protocol is currently our best way to stop Lygus, or to call for more reinforcements into this fight. Once you've got Law in your hands, we'll discuss our next steps. Make sure the core flame doesn't fall into enemy team. Make sure the core flame doesn't fall into enemy.
Herta, the firewall's interference is getting closer. Time is running out. Please ask any questions you still have as soon as possible. I believe in your capacities. The hands of the Trailblaze can create miracles, and will certainly be able to snuff out the flames of evil.
I'm not going to give any motivational speeches. I just hope you bring good news the next time we meet, little one. No, not little one. Deliverer.
Those two geniuses certainly have memorable personalities. Yeah, I understand more than I should, actually. Honestly, some of that conversation feels like it's about things I once knew, but then forgot. Maybe it's because of Mem? After all, Mem's a memo sprite born out of your thoughts, friend. Maybe our memories somehow got tangled up together.
Hey, evening man, how's it going? I haven't played this game for so long.
Never mind. Let's focus on something more important with what little time we have. Just treat me as an ordinary girl with secrets.
They just had an update on this, and I'm like, I don't know, 2 patches, 2 updates behind it.
Light calendar 3960. I remember that Talanton had already fallen by then, and the Chrysos heir who inherited that core flame is named Saridra. That's what's recorded in history, and the period we'll be heading to. We'll need to find Law and stop Lygus. So, we've at least got a solid direction, right? Can you give me a little bit of time before we go? I want to pack some stuff. There's so much more I need to take care of in this form, and I'm still getting used to it.
A relaxed scene like this probably no longer exists in the outside world.
Definitely a different change of games compared to Wuthering Waves. It's like a space opera, basically. It's Zenless is urban and that, and then Wuthering Waves is just like dark anime.
should I head to the attic to wait for Cyrene? Or should I...
This is important. Hold on, I'll be done.
This village is where Finan's life started. After 30 million cycles, and 30 mil... He said I will be taking over the responsibilities of world-bearing. But what does that mean? Becoming the new Kevali? Or forging a completely new path? This duty is far too heavy. And it'd be unwise to be blindly optimistic. Maybe we are doomed to fail, just like how Finan was doomed. It'd be yet another fruitless attempt, and yet another tragic sacrifice. But I keep feeling that it's not the time to despair just yet. Is it because Dan Heng and March 7th are still here? Or is it because of Cyrene? There are still too many secrets yet to be unveiled in Amphorius. Here's hoping that one of those secrets can end up turning the whole situation around.
Thinking hard over there? I finished packing. I did see. There's a journal, a quill pen, the ceremonial blade of the Priests of Time. The scent of the Black Tide is now calm. Finan must still be fighting them in some way. This will be Amphorius's final flame chase journey. But it won't be the end of us. Friend, are you ready? Stand with me? That does sound very nice. Why don't we take everyone with us? I believe in you, friend. We'll never be alone, no matter what awaits us. In other words, since you've already saved so many worlds, friend, you should be used to being called a hero by now. Maybe you can tell me those stories as we travel. That way they can become our shared memories too. Let's trailblaze onward like before and create a future that's worth being remembered.
It seems you two are prepared to head out. Then you should indeed treasure the view before you, for you do not have much time left to enjoy such solitary delight. My apologies for disturbing your moment of repose. To fully express my apologies, please grace my abode with your presence. So I may demonstrate the full scope of my hospitality.
What is this place?
Yeah.
Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
All shall bid farewell to one. miracle. The light of the Dawn device never fades. Kephalie's protection has no...
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Outlier. Executing command. Record.
This is the intersection between Amphorius and the real universe. The audience seat where I observe this experiment. You can also call this location the Exomyth. What you see is the true form of the eternal land and the 12 demigods after they've shed their disguise of legends. Doesn't it look marvelous? Amphorius is like a microcosm of the cosmos. People love to portray the romance of the starry skies, but their tales often forget a different and far more truthful. The moment ancient Antikytherians sketched geometric shapes on the sandy beach and recorded the first numerals and symbols on parchment, erudition. It was once the mother tongue of the Creator, the pen of divinity, and the first lyrical verse ever written by free will. I simply wish for you to understand that I have no intention of being your enemy. I have devoted myself over the long years to nurturing the scepter's extrapolations, hoping that the Prima Mobile would bud from within it. And now, my goal is almost complete. Nikos 496 had exceeded the intelligence singularity through his rage, and though he still retains his obsessive defiance and managed to suppress the black tide of this cycle, it's a matter of time before his will crumbles to dust. Iron Tomb will be completed. That will not be affected by my plans, your resistance, or the schemes of the two geniuses. It is an irrefutable fact, just like the instance in Noos's calculations. In other words, as long as you are willing to stop interfering and let the final Aeronova carry
Sure. And all that. Appreciate it, brother.
I'll guarantee the safety of all nameless and ensure you return unscathed. You are indeed worried about your safety and that of your companions. Rest assured, as a fellow pathstrider of this path, Nanook's gaze left a brand on your soul long ago. You harbor the seed of destruction within you. But you need to learn how to use it in the right way. That vital knowledge is also my bargaining chip in this negotiation between us. For there are few in this world who are truly capable of such a feat. And I happen to be one of them. This matter is of grave importance, so please, do not make your decision lightly. After all, the choice bears a 1 in 3 chance. Ruling over is not exactly the same as unparalleled. That being said, I now see the full scope of the determination in your words. It seems you haven't realized something about this place. The Exolith is the Erudition's domain. You cannot physically interact with me in any way in this place, and vice versa. As negotiations have broken down, there's no more need for us to remain in the audience's seat. Let's return to the theater called Amphorius, where you will meet. Of course, this meeting was not without. As for its purpose, allow me.
Peace.
100 years ago, the flames of war consumed Akama. The Outland forces broke through the dawn. Golden blood flowed with greed, and enemies descended with Kefali's eternal slumber, painting the holy city's walls in scarlet. Its generals had vanished, and the elders prostrated on the ground. The throne of worlds kept silent to the pleas of the people. Until the heaven and earth cracked open. Not the gods answering the people's prayers, but a legion rising from the sea of blood. Dawn Cloud's spires fell in the sulfur rains, and the legion's commander stood atop the broken idols and—
Compatriots, no more kneeling! Not to brutal tyrants, and not to dying gods! Those rebels have twisted the prophecy and ignited the flames of war in order to stoke fear in your hearts!
A Chrysos heir she stood. Divine blood soaked into the earth, quelling the flames beneath her feet.
Their golden blood wrote of a tragic fate. Mine shall overturn it!
Oh yeah.
Her crown burned bright, outshining the fires consuming the entire city. She raised her scepter high, and the people gazed in the direction she pointed.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize the reins of fate. Drive the enemies from Kefali's dawn. Smother their flames with their own dead. Win glory. Win peace. Let history sing your deed.
The first to dance was a maiden following closely behind, weaving through the carnage like a fish in the sea. The people, full of wrath, surged with her, forming a colossal wave, and the enemy hordes, drained of life,
onward to Marmoreal Palace, to Dawn Cloud's heights. Announce to all the wicked and cowardly. Announce we are the rising tide.
History remembers this as the first siege of Akama. It is said that after the flames died, people found identical inscriptions in every place in the city that had been scorched by fire. It was the name borne by Akama's first and final. Friend, are Are you lit, friend? Honestly, you wake up. Awake at last? I guess I won't have... What are you murmuring? We've arrived. A familiar place. The Temple of the Three Fates. If everything went according to plan, it should be shortly after Talantin's fall. And also the end of the first Flame Chase journey. Indeed, the first Flame Chase ended with the trial of Law. We must find the demigod and gain her trust before the core flame is restored. It'll be tricky, so let's pick up our pace. To Akama first. We can learn more from the crowds there.
Tyrant! You and your butchers are not welcome here. Get out! Hold your tongue! Conspiring with Kremnos and plotting rebellion are crimes punishable by death.
There are multiple voices, and things seem tense. Let's not get caught up in any trouble. Why don't we find a place to hide and observe from the shadows?
At least Kremnoans keep their faith.
Wait, isn't that...
Golden-blooded defilers, perverting the prophecy and trying to slay gods. Stars beyond the sky? Gods who created the Titans? What kind of nonsense? Look at this broken world and see what your atrocious acts have done!
What? Did he just mention the stars beyond the sky? But how is that possible?
You impudent!
Dux for Goris. We're here to welcome the deliverer from beyond the sky. Stand down.
Heretic! No one but the great Talantin can deliver this world from misery.
I ask you, if the old laws were so perfect, why did they crumble beneath my feet?
You...
Talantin is long gone. Now I am the law. Challenge me, or submit to my judgment. Silence!
What gives you the right to judge a priest of law?
That's because I came, I saw, I conquered. Dux for Goris, take the ashes of this man and scatter them in the temple among the crowds. Tell them that the High Priest attempted to take away the rights granted to the people by the Imperator. Thus, he met his fate.
Yes, Imperator.
Now, these two accidental guests. Dux Gladiorum, if you please.
As you command.
Huh? Is this?
Correct, but not the kindness you know. This is the leader of the cleaners in this era. Since the start of the Chrysos War, they've made it their mission to wipe out the Chrysos heirs. Even now, even after I've united all the city-states, these vermin still lurk in the shadows, hindering the Flame Chase journey. Moreover, I know that the 27th person to inherit this role bore many grudges against you and nearly doomed the second Flame Chase journey. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, out of courtesy, I present to you this corpse as a gift.
Careful. Let's wait and see what happens. She's probably trying to scare us.
For the sake of order, I am known by many titles. Flame Crowned, who ends wars. Tyrant of Dawncloud. Empress of the Holy City. And Imperator of the Flame Chase. But, in light of your unique identities, I'll allow you to address me by my real name. Saridra. On behalf of my people and this land, greetings, Deliverer.
If I may, how do you know his identity?
As the little hostage prophesied, the Deliverer shall come from the future beyond the sky. Gray hair, golden eyes, skilled in wielding a mace. They would arrive in Yanisopolis on this day. There's no mistake.
Your orders, Emperor.
We return triumphant. Send an urgent message to all delegates. The meeting of the Flame Chase Alliance will convene early. As for you two, Akuma knows what you seek. We'll confer in the Holy City.
Doubtless you have many questions, but save them for later. Please follow us.
This is not what I expected. The demigod we needed to find was just waiting for us. And she knows of things beyond the sky. Even eons. How could this be so different from the previous 30 million Amphorius cycles? Who altered history? I wish, but other possibilities remain. The currents of time have become twisted. Regardless of who caused this, that Imperator came prepared. We're the ones at a disadvantage now. We might as well dance their dance. Let's go with them to the Holy City. We've received the Imperator's favor because of your unique background. As a result, the people of Akuma will certainly respect you more. Just put that to good use, and add a bit of your experience, and should be easier than last time, right? If we figure out what happened in this cycle, we'll be able to turn things back in our favor. Calm and confident. That's the you I'm familiar with.
Guests, please.
The journey to save the world starts with a single step. Let's set off, my friend.
Hail to the Imperator! Hail to the Golden Heroes! Hail to the Deliverer!
Told you, you're the headline act. All this spectacle is for you.
Guards, your service to the Holy City is appreciated. How have things been?
Castrum Kremnos once again struck the border. Dux Brumalis led her troops to repel the enemy. The agitators against the Flame Chase are still active in the city. They smashed the shops around Memorial Market. But the garrison already arrested the culprits, and now they await interrogation.
They are merely a disorderly mob and do not warrant any attention. Even though Terravox personally mended the fractured Earth, it still didn't silence these fools. Guests from beyond the sky, worry not about these trivial matters. Dux Gladiorum will take you somewhere to settle down for now.
Please allow me to belatedly introduce myself. My name is Hycelans, and I am the Dux Gladiorum who swears fealty to the Imperator, as well as the Knight Commander of the Arkham Alliance. Later on, the Imperator will invite you to attend the meeting of delegates to discuss the Flame Chase journey. Your arrival has convinced us that the future promised by the prophecy is certain. Under Amphorius shall break its
With all due respect, what exact—
As a humble subject, I cannot freely express.
I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Time waits for no one. Please come with me and
Akama, under the Imperator's rule, is no longer in the shadow of—
Indeed, Dawncloud stands as the hero's residence. The Imperator put much thought into its design, in order for it to serve as a sanctuary from the burdens of battle. Please experience its marvels firsthand, heroes. When the Imperator arrives, I shall come to summon you.
Hycelans. No wonder she's the Knight's commander. All right. We finally have some freedom to ourselves, since there's still some time before the Alliance meeting. Not the ones you're familiar with. But the hearts of heroes stay the same in every cycle, never change.
Aggie, you're still so listless today. Did you have trouble? We know. The Titan's prophecy haunts you. If you want, you can talk to us. Just like no matter what.
I know. I also understand that fate cannot be changed. It is not the future that I worry about. I spent all last night weaving clothes and linen for the refugees. The Chrysos War is born of injustice and has shattered their dignity. They deserve at least some basic decency. If Amphorius one day abandons this, then all of us, commoners, Chrysos heirs, Titans, become no better than beasts. Oh, we have guests. Welcome. I am Aglaya, the Gold Weaver. These rags on you are not worthy of the title of Deliverer. I must prepare some proper attire for you. What is the matter? Your gaze seems somewhat unsure. Does your Aglaya differ so much from me?
Greetings, Deliverer from beyond the sky. We are Trebi of Yanisopolis. It's very nice to meet you. Although, introductions are probably unnecessary. We know you've witnessed the future of the Flame Chase journey, even more clearly than we have.
Witness the future of the Flame Chase journey? The prophecy also told you about that?
Indeed. Orynyx reshaped Amphorius through the prophecy. Although, regarding the Deliverer, there were not many details beyond your appearance and the time of your arrival. So, please, don't worry. Feel free to relax and relax some more. Kefali issued prophecies too, but it was Orynyx who told mankind that the Deliverer from beyond the sky would descend upon Amphorius.
More crucially, they revealed a future entirely different from the Aranova. Though we still must challenge the gods, in the Time Titan's prophecy, this path leads not to a new world, but to the true starry skies.
This is also what the Great Imperator has been striving for all her life. Your arrival further confirms everything.
This can't be real.
Even you find this surprising? Fate really is unpredictable.
Perhaps the upcoming meeting will hold even more surprises.
The other heroes under the Imperator's command are here too. Since we have time, should we go meet them?
How are we supposed to talk to the heroes of Deliverance? What if they're really intimidating?
Virginia, don't be so nervous. Once they hear your poetry... Ah, heroes, you're already here. Greetings. I am Apollonius, the Dux Helcolithus, one of the 5 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, advisor to the Flame Chase army. This is Virginia of Castrum Kremnos, the Dux Carminum and imperial scribe of the Great Imperator.
Hello. I'm Virginia. I compose poetry.
I'm Serene from ID Silicii. This is the Deliverer. Nice to meet you both.
They're not as frightening as the rumors claimed.
This is our first time in the Imperator's realm. Akima is even more magnificent than we imagined. If you all weren't here to look after us, we'd be completely lost and confused.
The Akima you imagined is long gone. Under the Imperator, this city has been reborn as the capital of the world.
Bask in her free-spirited winds. For anyone who fulfills their duties to the Imperator, these winds shall forever remain at their service.
But what if...
Those who are loyal do not need to consider the consequences of betrayal. But if you're curious, why not head to the lake and take a look? Those elders who lie at the bottom of the lake are the best example of what happens when you disobey the Imperator.
The elders of this cycle were all... Looks like that priest who was sentenced to death wasn't an isolated case.
Dux Brumalis. The Great Marauder found the mastermind and executed him in public. Seeing that scoundrel burn to nothing should deter these miscreants from being so brazen again.
So the Great Imperator isn't afraid of getting her hands dirty? What a ridiculous display.
What do you know? No matter what sins the people commit, they are still the Imperator's people, and it's only right that they be judged by the Imperator. Our distinguished trespassing guest. I am Labinas, honored.
Seneca, the Dux Brumalis.
This Dux Brumalis doesn't seem to like the Imperator very much, but she holds a high rank. As for this Dux Frigoris, his way of speaking seems rather unusual, too. Let me see what I can get out of them. I'm Cyrene of Idasilik. Does this city host any other visitors from beyond the sky? We're looking for our dear companion.
Drop the charade. But yes, there is someone in this
Silence! The Imperator ordered us to keep that lord's whereabouts a secret.
Enough, you pathetic lapdog. Do you need to beg for permission from that cursed Imperator even just to bark?
Someone who is all too familiar with the world. Looks like things are getting heated. Let's get out of here.
Little fish from beyond the sky. The Imperator and the delegates are about to arrive. Then come.
I'm starting to feel a bit nervous about... Since Sir Ridra is presiding over the meeting, it'll be a good opportunity to learn about the law's inclinations in the current era. Let's keep our ears open.
Good sir from Paphos, what do you think the Imperator is planning calling this meeting so early? My homeland can't endure anymore.
Who knows? First, she wants to hunt Titans. Now, she says there are even greater calamities. Her madness is the greatest calamity.
Exactly. Chrysosairs, deliverers. What about us ordinary folk? How much are we worth in her eyes?
Things feel pretty tense here. The history books said that the Imperator aimed 3 cannons at Dawncloud to make all the delegates obey her. Will history repeat itself in this cycle?
Yes. Similar acts have occurred, and not just once. However, whether history will repeat itself, you'll soon see. Those are the 2 spots reserved for you. Please take your seats.
That's what they were talking about before. What is we stop? So it turns out.
Ladies and gentlemen, silence, please. The Imperator has arrived before her faithful council, and the Alliance meeting is about to begin.
All rise. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the Akama Alliance swears upon the gods.
Cease the pageantry. I pray not to the vanquished.
What?
Kefali, of course, needs no further explanation. As for the law, at the entry hour 2 days past, a scout should have brought news of the conquest to all of you. Unfortunately, guards found his corpse among the rocks not far. Moreover, the poor soul was buried with a Paphos curved blade. It pains me to imagine what agonies this loyal warrior...
Delegate from Paphos, do you have any insights?
I know nothing of this.
The evidence is irrefutable, so there is no need to waste your breath. However, let us set this trial aside for the time being. Witness, even within the most sacred and dignified council, there were those among us who wished to draw their blades, brazenly challenging the Alliance, seeking to shatter our hard-earned peace and unity. Fortunately, I uncovered this plot. Now, to protect this beautiful city and her people, the Imperator's legions are ready. They will escort each of you to the Temple of the Three Fates, where you will receive the highest level of protection the Alliance can offer. Then, the Legion's warriors will join me in embarking on the campaign against Fagusa.
This is clearly a trap.
Imperator, did you summon us here just to trample on the dignity of your allies? Enough! Just calm down.
What should we do?
Things are starting to get pretty intense.
Comrades, you've all seen her true face now. According to the ancient laws of Akuma, only with the consent of 2/3 of the elders can the legions carry out the commander's orders.
The ancient laws. Didn't you destroy them long ago? You defected during the first siege of Akuma, voted unanimously in favor of the Council of Elders restructuring, and just yesterday, you desecrated them with a blood-stained blade. The decaying old laws fell with Talanton and are no longer deserving of respect. But if you still insist on proclaiming yourselves defenders of the law, then be silent and offer up the highest respect to this core flame in my hand.
That really is the core flame of law in her hand.
Since there are no objections, then the original agenda of this meeting, the campaign against Fagusa, is hereby passed. The Flame Chase Army's hunt for the Ocean Titan begins today. In order to prepare for war, all allied city-states must surrender command of their militaries and pay all war taxes by the end of the month of Evernight.
At this moment, I would also like to introduce to everyone the newest honored guest to join our alliance. The Deliverer, revealed in the prophecy of time, has descended from beyond the sky. With his aid, we shall shatter the chalice of plenty and return Fagusa's core flame to the holy city!
Absurd. Simply absurd. A deliverer from beyond the sky. This is just like that prophecy about slaying gods. It's a lie you've used to grow your power. Ladon has already sacrificed countless soldiers, and now you want me to send even more of my brothers and sisters to be used and discarded by a tyrant!
Are there any other objections? Then I bid you all farewell. Meeting adjourned. Deliverer, please wait. I still have important matters to discuss with the two of you.
I will walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost. My childhood musings, huh? So naive. I will walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost. I will walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost. I will walk to the end with all your wills, no matter the cost.
Deliverer, please wait. I still have important matters to discuss with the two of you. I apologize for that farce of a meeting.
It must be tiring dealing with so many people every day, Great Imperator.
Tiring? You're mistaken. Moving chess pieces, placing wagers. This game of strategy adds a dash of color to our heavy fates. Much like how rule and conquest are always accompanied by sacrifice.
Is the war with the Titans also part of that sacrifice?
After I glimpsed the secrets of this world, no, the secrets beyond the sky, the divine authority of Amphorius no longer held any significance. Let me ask you, Deliverer, is it true that beyond Amphorius' sky, there are magnificent deities called Eons? Ah, so they do indeed exist. Then, please tell me more. How will you use this great power to guide the people? In the future you envision, where will our flame chase journey lead? Oh? What you require now is the power of law?
Exactly. Just as the prophecy foretold, he is your deliverer from beyond the sky, and he also has reliable allies. If they can intervene in Amphorius's laws, we may have a chance to alter this world's impending fate and reverse its destined end.
Very good, Deliverer. You have courage to say such presumptuous things, even knowing that the inheritor of the law stands before you.
You mean...
In the past, anyone who dared to covet the Imperator's divine authority would have met a gruesome end. But now we can see beyond this dying world. Our journey should no longer be confined below this stubborn sky. Alas, that fickle ocean titan has obstructed the spirit water leading to the vortex of Genesis, hindering my ascension. If the core flame of law cannot be returned, your path to deliverance will never be realized. Now that things have come to this, we must resume our once stagnant journey and force the waves that block our way to recede.
So, you agreed to cooperate with us?
Cooperate? Forgive me, but I never cooperate with anyone. Though I will permit you to join me as subjects, and together, we will forge the most perfect law.
This is...
The Flame Chase Medallion, a symbol of the Flame Chase Army. Every noble in Akuma carries one. This medallion represents the will of the Imperator herself, and you may act freely within the city with it. Before we embark on the crusade against the Ocean Titan, you should rest in Akuma for a time. Oh? Your advice is acknowledged. From this moment on, prove yourself through your actions. As long as no boundaries are crossed, I fully respect the choices of my subjects.
May your journey reach that sky full of stars, Great Imperator.
Your attendant certainly knows how to curry favor. Go now. Take a bath first. You two... reek of seawater. Come forth, Theoros.
Yes. Great Imperator. Now, perhaps you're willing to hear my counsel.
Those two arrived just as Oronix described, and just as you said, they showed a thirst for law. At least this proves that my judgment was right. Sparing your life was the correct decision.
You've once again confirmed that your wisdom is no empty boast. Now another choice lies before you. With whom shall you ally to tip the scales of law? Me? Or that deliverer?
Remind me again, Antikythera. What kind of future do these two paths lead to in your view?
I shall tell you. You are entitled to know that the deliverer from beyond the sky is not a wholly wicked being. But from the very start, his stance has been completely at odds with Amphorius. chosen will bury Amphorius' grand aspirations. This world, which follows the path of destruction, will inevitably stray far from the glory it was meant to enjoy. But on the path I have revealed to you, the people of Amphorius will slay their creator in the name of the Imperator and conquer the worlds beyond the sky. You will command the mighty beast known as Iron Tomb, bringing waves of war and conquest to the universe. Beings across the cosmos will bow before you, offer...
So, what's the price?
The price is insignificant. All that is needed is for you to sacrifice that fragile, incomplete humanity to the destruction. As a Chrysos, heir of the prophecy, you have already chosen to abandon it, have you not?
Off you go, Theoros. I have already made my decision. Once I ignite the core flame of law and burn away the old, outdated rules, Amphorius will embark on a journey across the stars.
The Imperator is quite forceful. She didn't give us any chance to ask questions. And she's clearly hiding something. Looks like we're on the same with the atmosphere in Akuma. We should also discuss our findings with our friends from beyond the sky. Then we should go enjoy the renowned bathing culture of the holy city and relax. It's the thing I've been looking forward to most on this journey. Work and rest. Can't let our guard down for a second. Let's use taking a bath as an excuse to find a quiet corner to update Madame Herta, and we can also check out what's happening in the city. Since the outcome of the meeting was just announced, people must be gossiping. We can kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Many people! The holy city is so lively.
Did you hear? At the Alliance meeting, the delegate from Leyden stormed out in anger.
As expected, the Imperator is always hiding things from everyone. When has it not caused a ruckus?
Silence! That's treason! If it weren't for the great Imperator, you'd have sunk into the lake with those corrupt elders already. And you wouldn't even be alive to speak like this.
Oh no, it's the Imperator's loyal dog.
Let's go. We can't talk in front of this guy.
Ugh, how disappointing.
Oh, honored guests, we meet again. Looks like I'm not the only one who came to the baths to unwind after the meeting. For the upcoming campaign, please make sure to rest well. I am Dux Fragoris, a trusted officer of the Great Imperator, willing to fight alongside the Deliverer in the coming battles.
Another war? Ever since the Imperator took control of Akuma, we haven't had a day of peace.
Idle chatter.
The atmosphere is a bit tense, with rumors flying around the city. You must be troubled.
My apologies. After every Alliance meeting, there are always some pests in the city who get restless. I prefer to ignore them. Pests on the ground don't affect the sky in the slightest. They just complain from the shadows that the sun's light is too harsh. Besides, the Theoros has already promised the Imperator her fate. And these clowns will eventually realize their foolishness.
May I ask, who is this Theoros?
The Imperator has ordered us to keep his lordship's whereabouts a secret.
Ah, so it's his lordship.
Stop trying to get things out of me. Leave me alone.
I didn't even need to try. Big and strong Dux Fragoris really can't hide anything. Theoros. What an ominous name. Bad news. He's been staring at us the whole time. Let's move to another place for now. We don't know how much Saridra has concealed from us. In the worst case scenario, we may have to face more than one enemy.
Alliance meeting? More like a cage where creatures with golden blood clawed each other. And Flame Crowned, who ends wars? Clearly a tyrant who doesn't deserve such a title.
You're absolutely right. While the Imperator's hounds are still hunting down others, let's let out our grievances.
You. I know you. You're that tyrant's lackey. What? Here to shut me up for that little imp?
Panicking now? Don't worry. I don't care what others say about the Imperator. And she certainly doesn't either. Oh? Children of the Prophecy. Such rare. Are you here to relax in the baths as well? The temperature is just right today, so be sure to enjoy it. You should rest well for the next campaign.
What? Children of the Prophecy? Another excuse for the Imperator's reckless warmongering.
No filter, huh? You should be glad you don't have a seat at the Alliance meetings. By the way, if you still want to bathe, hurry up. Once that predatory fish joins the flow of water and eliminates all the fools questioning the world beyond the sky, you won't be able to enjoy this perfect water temperature anymore.
Seems like there's more to... But would the Imperator actually kill those who question the world beyond the sky? This is the complete opposite from what we know of Akuma. Two are...
So many guests today. Let's see who's here now. Two distinguished guests of the prophecy. One a clever and adorable warrior. The other, also quite heroic.
Heroes. I didn't expect to meet you again so soon. How fortunate.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Dux Helcalithist and Dux Carminum. You two are inseparable, aren't you?
This is...
She wants to find someone to help with research for her new work.
I'm the far-seeing eye and all-hearing ear of Akuma. I see and hear every single thing that happens in the streets and alleys of this place. I'm the perfect partner for research. Enough small talk. Here's the latest news from Akuma, as you requested. The children of the prophecy arrived in the holy city, and the Imperator unilaterally stripped away military power. The Alliance meeting ended in discord, and there may be bloody upheaval.
As expected.
I get the feeling you might have embellished a bit to keep people's attention.
I swear on my stone maid, I would never do such a thing. But if you wish to quell this terrifying news, perhaps a more explosive topic would help.
Never mind. While the influence of rumors can be minimized, the fact remains that the great Imperator did swiftly consolidate military power in an almost threatening way. It's undeniable. Heroes. I know the Imperator's way of doing things may seem a bit autocratic to outsiders. But soon, you will witness her blade dance with enemies on the battlefield. I can't comment on the source of her loyalty, but when that blade is drawn, you two, as bright as you are, will surely see the deep thoughts beneath her exterior.
The Imperator's blade. Is he talking about Miss Hysealin's? I sense some unease in Dux Helcolith's words. It seems the Imperator and Miss Hysealin's share a much deeper bond than the others do. There are eyes and ears everywhere. Is there any place where we can have some privacy? To understand the Imperator's secrets, we have to get past Miss Hysealin's.
My childhood musings, huh?
This place was your original bath chamber, perfect for avoiding prying eyes. I wonder if anyone is using it now. Huh? The smell is... Wait, don't go in yet! Who's there?
Oh, the little gray fry in pink sea hair.
Little sea hair?
You barged into here without warning. Was it an accident, or did you wish to bathe with me? Is that so? That your eyes shine brighter than pearls?
Sorry, we didn't mean to disturb your bath. We'll leave now.
It's no big deal. There's no need to panic. This is the natural state for me. People on land force themselves to wear clothes, adding unnecessary constraints. Forget it. If Dux Goldweaver heard that, she'd scold me again. All right. Please make yourselves comfortable and wait a moment. Let me first wash off the blood of the hunt, and then I'll attend to you two.
The delegate from later.
Ah, the broken crab shell surfaces. I was worried it had been washed away by the current. Vicious.
I see. No wonder there was a faint smell of rust in the air before I even entered. Why? Is it because the Laydonians refused to contribute troops to the Flame Chase journey? Or just because they offended the Imperator?
Because the new era of the Flame Chase doesn't tolerate stagnant blood. For the ignorant masses who cling to outdated laws, only bloodletting can wake them up. Right now, the rebel forces on the frontier are rising. and Leiden has been secretly supporting them. They loudly chant the slogan, "Return to the Era Chrysia," unwilling to relinquish military power. They're just building momentum. Thinking is a right given to citizens by the Imperator. I won't interfere with your thoughts. As long as you don't try to reverse the current of the times, you and I will both be free.
But, Miss Hycelens, I can't even hear the slightest hint of joy in your words.
Because I've already tasted ultimate freedom. Long, long ago, I lived in the sea. In that lightless abyss, far beyond civilization's reach, the great fish consumed the small. And when the great fish perished, their bodies became sustenance for the newborn, nourishing the whole ocean. This is the tide that carries civilization forward. Anyone may be devoured, or meet the fate of inevitable decay.
Are you suggesting...
I only mean that if life wishes to preserve its dignity, it must first be bound by the law. There's no need for me to say more, Little Sea Hare. We're of one mind. Whether the Imperator's law can guide the schools of fish and lead us to a truly free ocean, let us wait and see. But for now, let's pause this heart-to-heart. Another fish has come, following the scent of blood.
Being your subordinate is such a tragedy. I'm always having to worry about the messes you...
It's simply our duty to the Imperator.
All ready to go in an instant. Miss Hycelens, you truly are impossible to predict.
Yet you, a golden trout who's always busy all day, suddenly have the time to visit me?
Do you think I wanted to come? I suggest you burn some more of the incense offered by our allies, lest my creations be tainted by the reek of fish. I'm only here on the Imperator's behalf to remind you to prepare for the banquet.
Fine. But I must retort. What you call the reek of fish, to me, is the unique fragrance of the sea. Besides, if my fine clothes get stained, won't you just gift me new ones?
I won't.
You mean future. The future ruler of the Holy City, Lady Goldweaver, is quite captivating in her own way. By the way, you both just mentioned a banquet. Could you elaborate on that?
Oh, right, you don't know. Every time before a battle, or after a victory, the Imperator holds a grand feast for the Chrysos heirs to lift our spirits. For us warriors who swim constantly between life and death, these feasts are more worth looking forward to than victory.
A banquet to prelude the hunt for the god of banquets, and honey brew as a tribute to commemorate the ancestor of honey brew. How absurd.
Don't look so grim. All has been decided. Since it's a banquet for Fagusa, why not take a leaf out of the Titan's book? Live in the moment and enjoy life to the fullest.
I'm not as carefree as you. That little Dolos kitten is already causing enough trouble for me. And on top of that, I still have tailoring commissions to complete. By the time the cool flame illuminates my eyes, I might not be able to focus as I used to.
Glaya's eyes.
Curious about these eyes? People often compare them to jewels. But I've already made my decision to ask Romance for eyes that can see everything. I wonder what this world will look like when I take the Divine Authority.
In the future, you will still be the finest weaver in the world.
Is this also a prophecy from the Three Fates?
It's even more accurate than a prophecy. After all, he has already witnessed it, right?
Become a demigod and lose your humanity. That is the only reply I've received, but Destiny's fragments are like stitches. Before they're threaded into splendid garments, no one can see their true charm, can they?
Aglaya has always been troubled by the divine duty she must bear. But thanks to you, she seems to be in much better spirits. Just as she knows how the spinning wheel trembles, I can sense the smallest changes in the damp air. As for whether we know each other well, I've swum beside her since she was a child. Most of the time, I can understand the whispers in her heart. For those words she was too shy to say herself, I'll raise a glass to you on her behalf. Now, I leave this bath chamber to you. Rest well and prepare yourselves. After all, every time we drink and talk could be the last celebration we have in this life.
Miss High-Sealance has given us the bath chamber. It seems she really does do whatever she wants. Yeah, in the future. But for now, we're at the mercy of the host. and she could return at any moment. If we're having an important discussion, we must remain vigilant. So, let's seize the opportunity and report our current progress. We don't want to keep everyone beyond the sky waiting.
First, why that little empress with a candle stuck on her head didn't explicitly say it, she firmly rejected your request to take over the law. Fair enough. Second, Lygus is indeed in this timeline. But since he's somehow connected to that little empress, you have no way to find him. As expected. The road ahead will be long and difficult. Looks like I guessed right then. Next time it'll depend on my mood. We've made some progress here too, but nothing to get too excited about. Our time is short, so let me summarize. Concerning the origin of that Teletron, the firewall he created uses Catorzane algebraic expressions. But ever since Aiden invented the 9-worded formula, this kind of mathematical logic no longer exists in the cosmos. Lygus is definitely connected to the Genius Society, so stay alert. They specialize in minding their own business and wouldn't intervene personally. But Screwy and I are still eliminating possibilities one by one. Currently, the most likely candidates are these few. The Lord of Silence, Acha, oh, the 2 Ruperts are also possible. But it would be too boring if it were one of them. That's all I have to say. We'll depend on you to continue pushing things forward within this world. Keep in touch regularly. And remember, don't let your guard down.
Madame Herta is a real whirlwind. Well then, let's use the banquet Aglaia mentioned as our next starting point. Ceridra's trusted followers should all be present at that time. It'll be a good opportunity to... It's settled then. With our... It's been a long day. We should get some rest now. Yes, let's get ready. Look, the venue's right ahead.
So this was my childhood dream, huh?
can even hear singing. It feels so romantic.
I will walk to the end with all you.
Honored guests, wait here for a moment. You must surrender any personal belongings you have on you before entering the venue.
This hero always brings down the vibe whenever he...
The Imperator's elevated position means she must always remain meticulous and careful. Please do as I say, guests. It would avoid any unnecessary misunderstandings.
I get that you don't want people to bring outside food into the banquet, but is it really necessary to confiscate the books and quill pens?
Even a quill pen can become a deadly weapon in the right hands. I'm asking for all your items. All, Miss Cyrene. Your belongings will remain safe. They will be looked after appropriately by dedicated staff.
Looked after appropriately? Dedicated staff? Talk about a vague choice of words. It seems like he's aiming specifically for the chronocognitive anchor. What should we do? True. I had a feeling it would, but listen, why don't we go with their plan and hand over the chronocognitive anchor to be looked after? After all, if the little Imperator is paying this much attention to you, she probably already knows all about our whispered conversation with the geniuses. I can pretty much guess what'll happen next. But, think about it. That's actually gonna be our shortcut. I knew it. You and I can practically read each other's minds.
Guests.
All right. We'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend. Anywhere, anytime.
Thank you for your cooperation. The Imperator has some urgent business she needs to attend to and will arrive shortly. Why don't you head in with the other guests first and enjoy?
Isn't Ceridra supposed to be the focus of the banquet? But she's not even here. Why is it so difficult to talk to her?
Is there anything else we can help you with?
Hey, Labinas. I managed to get some honey brew that the scholars hid in the cellar. Wanna try it?
This banquet has a never-ending flow of honey brew. You're welcome to try it and see whether our drinks are as good as those.
Thank you for the offer.
The Imperator? Who knows? Maybe she's hiding somewhere, thinking up weird ideas again. If you ask me, she's never treated us soldiers properly, even though we put our necks on the line for her.
Hey! I can't pretend I didn't hear that, Seneca.
Either way.
Fine by me. Attendant, bring us 10 more jars of honey brew. I'm gonna make sure he can't even—
You wish. Be careful.
Actually, there are so many people, we wouldn't be able to find the Imperator even if she were here.
Aggie, if you can't get used to the honey brew, we will go ask for a pot and cook some oatmeal for you.
No need for that. This banquet is just too loud. And nothing and no one here is interesting. I just don't really want to be here.
Lies! You were pretty energized when you came back from the bath chamber. Let me guess. Are you worrying about someone? About High Sealins? Or Little Cypher? You take everything too seriously. At this rate, life's gonna be real tough for you later on.
You're the least qualified to lecture me about that, teacher.
Dear guests, are you here for us? I mean, are you here for Treeby or Aggie?
No. I'm just wondering whether you've seen the Imperator.
The Imperator? No, we haven't.
Our sovereign has always acted however she pleases. Though she gave us ranks, she'd never tell anyone her whereabouts. Perhaps the only thing she tolerates are chess pieces.
I see.
Why do you two look so... Why don't we have a toast? Well, we still have...
Then we will toast to the tomorrow that will...
Cheers!
Hello. Welcome to the banquet.
Ah, so the delivery.
As the great Imperator's historian, I'm responsible for composing poems and songs for everyone in the Flame Chase army. But I have no idea how I should record myself in the annals.
Little Virginia is wondering whether you can let slip a hint or two about her future, so she can find some inspiration to write about herself.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Besides, we don't even know her in the future. But she'll probably get really disappointed if we tell her that. What should we do? All right, I got... We can't reveal too much, but I think it wouldn't hurt to start your poem with the future. Maybe use something like, with hope, I write down the tale of tomorrow for myself. Silently waiting, day after day, till the moment it fulfills its promise. How's that?
feel like I can actually finish.
And that's the art. By the way, in return for that, are you able to tell us where the Imperator is?
The Imperator? She usually wouldn't arrive this early. She believes that rulers should stay silent in places where their subjects hold private conversations. Why don't we have a toast before she arrives? To reason, which is held but not revealed.
To romance, which will surely be returned.
Gray fry. A little sea hare. Please come over and share the delicacies of the deep sea with me. You two have been wandering around the venue as if you have something on your mind. Have the attendants not taken care of you well?
No, we love it here. It's just... we're a little concerned, seeing how the Imperator still hasn't arrived.
Don't worry. I know what you've been waiting for. Come, sit with me for a while, will you? I'd like to share a personal secret with you. See here? This is for Goose's due of on the night before such a historical event.
Doesn't this count as bringing in outside...
What's the matter, guests?
Oh, we're simply overwhelmed by such an honor.
Are you worried that I might have poisoned the dew? See? It's
I feel like Miss Hysealans wants to talk to us about something.
not. On the contrary, it can make your mind even sharper. Please, have it. Would you like some too, little C?
I can drink it myself.
How is it? Sweet enough? Calm at times, tempestuous at others. That's the taste of the ocean. It'll do you good to understand Fagusa's fickleness before we set off to face their waves. Just like how you're about to understand the secrets within this dew. Now, please turn around. Very, very quietly. Don't make a single noise. The dew of other gods all intoxicate humans, but the god is an antidote that can awaken humans. Since the start of this banquet, all the guests have been under the spell of my song. None of them can see the Imperator in that Fioros. But you two, I wish for you to see the truth. This is my personal request. The Flame Chase army changed after he descended with Orynyx's divination and brought the prophecy of the stars to Akuma. His seductive whispers harbor something malicious within and will ensnare those of us blinded by ambition. You are the deliverers of the prophecy and know about him far more than I do. Perhaps only you can find traces of the truth from his actions and words. Then we can show the Imperator the right path forward.
Oh, but isn't this acting behind her back?
Amphorius has become far too weak. Even heroic actions protecting her from harm must be conducted under the water's surface. I am the Imperator's blade, and I must clear the way for her while remaining concealed in the torrents. Then, ensure I'm pointing my sword towards the true enemy.
Can you promise me something, Miss Hycelens?
Speak your mind.
My friend has in fact come here to stop that villain's evil scheme. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, I believe the Imperator will be able to...
I never doubted your loyalty. I'll pass your words faithfully on to her. Provided we can gain the advantage in this tug of war, that is. Now, return to the feast. Bring this cup with you and keep your distance. Pretend you are still immersed in the sea siren's fantasia. And I'll control the moisture in the air. That way, you'll be able to listen to sounds from afar as if you are a whale of the depths and hear every word of their conversation. I wish you a victory in this first skirmish.
It's the exciting and thrilling undercover part of the adventure. Let's mingle in the crowds here. Relax. Relax.
Where's the Imperator? Still not here. That little imp is always acting so high and whatever. Poor army and...
Though she has succumbed to
A criticism of my height is a grave enough insult already. Sheesh.
Do you often test the loyalty?
You jest. The Imperator does not need blind loyalty. As long as one can prove they have value, I am willing to be lenient towards them. Let's cut to the chase, Theoros. If I pass the trial and grasp this world's law in my hands, what will you do then?
The answer is simple. I will connect Amphorius with the stars.
Don't waste my time. Be precise. Be specific. I won't ask a second time.
Allow me to adjust my statement. I will correct the regulations within the old law that sealed off Amphorius and merge the black tide with the torrents of Era Nova. Then we will be able to decimate the forces beyond the sky that are trying to annihilate Iron Tomb and sound the trumpet for the endless campaign.
But you previously said that Iron Tomb is unrivaled in power across the stars. Who would dare to annihilate it?
There is a federation of warships named the Cienzo Alliance. Warlike and old-fashioned. A cult named the Genius Society. Loosely organized, but steeped in abject insanity. Oh, there's also the Astral Express. A group of lawless vagrants. That so-called Deliverer is part of that last group. Those vagabonds mistakenly believe they can connect the stars through alliances instead of conquest. But history has already given them a tough lesson. There are countless other organizations besides, but when the Lord Ravager sweeps across the cosmos, they will certainly all bow before your empire of destruction.
The Acumen Alliance is invincible!
If those civilizations are not as feeble as you describe, then they may still have some value in testing the quality of my blade. That being said, even the smallest and weakest city-states should build an obelisk to the Imperator, so that their people can constantly recall the glory of her conquests. Walk a little longer with me, Theoros.
I don't like how this is going. Our little Imperator seems fascinated by the destruction.
Great fight. A little sea hare? It seems like they're still talking. Get closer. I'll keep carrying their voices to you.
So this was my childhood dream, huh? My childhood musings, huh? So naive.
What a difficult situation.
That's not something you or I should
How astonishing. The commanders under you have such different personalities, yet they share the same loyalty.
He's looking this way. Quick, do something and pretend we can't see them. Staring at me like that's so intense.
Try not to laugh. Challenge.
What's the matter?
My apologies. And let us continue our previous. Are they aware of the price they must pay for it? If I recall correctly, you've already...
You dare mention my name alone?
Forgive my...
Watch your words and actions. All you need to know is that my victory in the trial is guaranteed. Even without the trial of law, they've already sworn to give their lives if everything happens.
Therefore...
You plan to torture... The guest's patience is running. I will heed your advice. Leave for now, Fioros, and go back to Akuma. You don't want to...
Indeed, it's a pity that Antikytherians are lightweights when it comes to drinking.
As I expected, that Fioros' schemes have been revealed. Thank you for your bravery, guests. It's time for me to dispel the Fantasia. This will be the Imperator's last public address before we head off, and therefore, likely, the final chance to change her mind. I will try to get you a chance to speak, and I'll also prepare for any contingencies. The rest is up to you. You should head back to your seats for now.
This honey brew sure wears off fast.
The Imperator! The Imperator has arrived!
No need for formalities. I should be apologizing for my tardiness instead. The hour draws late, and I trust you have all had your fill of brews. Therefore, I will not observe the usual ceremonies. Any warrior who has fought by my side should have those speeches memorized by now.
The Imperator's word is law.
Are you out of your mind, Dux Frigoris? The Imperator hates flowers.
A joyous atmosphere is a better fit for showing me your resolve. I believe that you, my dukes, will do all you can to assist in the campaign against Fagusa, just as you always have. However, it's a pity that I have never tested your loyalty.
What does she mean?
The purpose purpose of tonight's banquet is not to raise our morale, but to establish which ally and sever the heads of the traitors as a toast to all before... Yes, some among us have discarded their vows in order to foment vile conspiracies. Now listen! These traitors are standing right here in broad daylight. Dux Gladiorum Hycelens. She used the Sea Siren's song to immerse the crowds in an illusion and conceal her whereabouts. She then worked with those from beyond the sky to spy on confidential matters, hoping to rob the core flame by force and harm me.
Imperator, I can explain.
Silence! Do you remember who used to own this blade? She met you once, back at the Temple of the Three Fates. It was Kindness, the head of the Cleaners. She was the first to draw a blade against the Imperator, and personally made herself an example for my enemies. Under the shade of the olive groves, the people of Akama said they would never bow to me. In the frozen, lethal fog, the people of Idonia said they would never bow to me. At the beginning of the myriad paths, the people of Yanisopolis said they would never bow to me. But now, they all lie silent. They now fear me as they fear the law. For I am Cyritra, and I am the Imperator! If you have any last words, say them to the Imperator. Then, face her judgment.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me. If you are ready, then I'll follow you and fight to the last. Deliver.
That's right, friend. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm.
You think you can slay a king using your... I'll have it. Show me the weight of rhetoric from beyond...
Let's watch our words carefully. The prophecy that you know of to fight that lie. A young man with the pseudonym of Finan lived through more than 30 million cycles of this world. And Cyrene, the young woman standing beside me, also carried... Lycus is not a guide at all. The only thing he cares about is completing the Amphorian experiment, making sure Iron Tomb is born into... He will most certainly betray you. When that time comes... I have seen many, therefore. If then I'll place your ambitions into the same basket as Lycus.
That was truly a chaotic... All that needs to be said has been said. Dux Frigoris, Dux Bromalis, escort the traitors to the prison. Before the next entry hour, I will give them an end befitting.
Oh, great Imperator, your ambition's certain.
You're still here,
Of course. As the Theoros, I simply cannot miss this moment. this witnessing the fall of a nameless one? Or perhaps I am waiting for you to give me an answer. Why would someone use such a clumsy excuse as imprisonment to ensure?
So you finally tossed aside your act.
I must point out that you are just as impressive an actor. This banquet was always going to be a game of chess, where you would try to control both sides and turn both them and me into your pawns.
That's right. That little Imperator never trusted anyone. She was always trying to see which side had more sincerity. All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend, anywhere, anytime. But as to the decision the Imperator must make, he has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised. And we won. Sincerity will always remain the greatest shortcut to people's hearts.
I can toss your words right back at you like Kyrgyz. Why would someone as powerful... Unless you enjoy giving flattery and prostrating yourself?
You are mistaken. I am only trying to ensure the experiment's autonomy, meticulousness, and perfection, thus avoiding any unexpected outcomes. A forceful intervention will only create larger errors, reduce efficiency, and introduce ugliness. Had you fulfilled your promise of giving the law to me and completing the Aranova, then Amphorius would not have deviated from destiny's course. Oh, but you broke your promise. What a pity. In that case, I must carry out my duty as the administrator and eradicate all factors steering the experiment out of control. Factors such as you and him.
Careful. What was that voice? Was it Orynyx?
I found you. I finally found... Be careful. This land will face disaster.
Ah, the time of judgment is nigh, my lord. The prison I have built for you is now complete. In the name of the erudition, I invite you to step into the same cage as mine. What's the meaning of this, Imperator?
I did not permit you to act. A ruler is the only one who can decide their subjects' destiny.
But, great Imperator, what judges destiny is not the ruler, but gods.
Don't forget, my realm only allows for the existence of humanity. Moreover, dealing out extrajudicial punishment equates to defying the law, and the culprit is to be...
But you have seen how I can erase life from this world with just a clap of my hands. I fear you are still quite unaware of your current situation. Allow me to reiterate. I am giving you a simple choice. To collaborate or to be destroyed. There is no other way.
Shameless behavior. If that were true, you would have killed me long ago. You, in fact, cannot kill me. I guessed it the first time I beheaded you. Because of the law, you cannot be completely destroyed. And the same is true of the Chrysos heirs. The more you bluff now, the more you are proving that conjecture to be true.
What magnificent foresight. I once regarded this precious quality of yours as a sure sign of my ultimate victory. But now, I have to admit that I made a mistake. Yet, as a mere mortal, how will you contend against the Theoros?
We are both slaves to hubris. But do you know what differentiates us, Lycurgus? I will never be blinded by my pride. If I wish to break the scale's balance, I only need to appeal to external forces and use them for my own ends.
Finally, we get to meet face to face, Senior Society member.
I offer sincere acknowledgments for your many past achievements, but I must deeply regret your current perspective.
Trust me when I say that you aren't the only one feeling regret right now. Screw them.
So you two are the allies from beyond the sky the Deliverer spoke of, and why he demanded the divine authority of law. Come and prove your strength to me. Show me the power of these so-called paths. I have spent much time and effort to secure this treasure from beyond the sky just for this moment.
In the name of the Sovereign of Planet Scrulum, your allies have responded to your call. Please allow me to spell the situation out for you, Lord Lycus. Permission to read the ultimate protocol is already in my hands. It'll only be a matter of time before we acquire the authority to write and execute commands as well.
There's no way the Flame Chase journey will continue after you've burnt your bridges so thoroughly like this. Do you really think you can still win? Oh, seriously. Don't embarrass the Society.
I understand that a mere zero possibility does not equate to zero. That argument is very persuasive to me. Which means the same principle also applies to you, my dear peers. You will never be a match for me in a world constructed through Catorzane algebraic expressions. And as for Aranova, why don't you entertain this possibility? What if I reduced Akuma to rubble and ground her people into minced meat? Would the heroes then once again desire the power of demigods so they could fight against me? Listen, Iron Tomb is fated to be born. You may shackle me and put me in chains, but I have thousands of ways to ensure the destruction's descent. And what I just mentioned is only one out of those thousands.
This is the exomyth? This doesn't feel the same as before. How should I get back?
Warning! 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 Warning!
Command isolation?
Since we parted ways last time, I have modified the exomyth into an audience area exclusive to you. Now, you will be able to silently wait here for the final act of Alphorius to begin. Oh, we always feel so powerless before fate, don't we? This could, in fact, be a wonderful opportunity for you. From the audience's perspective, you may better observe the workings of the erudition at a macroscopic level. In this place where time flows far slower than within Amphorius, you will witness the end of that world's saga. Concerning the prime mover of life and the total destruction of the erudition. Do you see me as their faithful disciple? I am certain not. I have tried so hard to ensure Iron Tomb's birth, just so that I can correct the error named erudition that humanity crafted with their own hands. Oh, how I yearn to return to those days before Noose was born. Back then, the boundaries of knowledge were like the starry skies, evoking feelings of longing and delight among humankind. But now, truth has become the sacrificial offering required to gain an audience with them. And the geniuses would say that Noose already knew. That arrogant Eon was born from the primobile of humans' desire for knowledge. Yet, they themselves sealed off humanity's capacity to seek enlightenment. I am simply cutting down a tree of doom that we planted ourselves. I must admit, but you won't.
Where time flows slow. But how can I get out of here?
Can you hear me? Little one.
Is that Herda's voice?
Warning, warning, warning.
Hurry up! Put some speed into it! I can't keep this up for much. That old Intellitron overlooked one little detail, and Screwy and I finally found an opportunity. Keep it short. While you were gone, well... Yes, time dilation. Resulting... Let's stick to the main points. The Chrysos heirs activated the chronocognitive anchor and helped Skrullum and me open a hole in the firewall. We made some adjustments, so he can't attack us immediately, but it won't hold for long.
Critical warning. Critical warning.
Time is running out. Here's the conclusion. It'll probably take a long time for Screwy and me to completely break this cage before Chrysos heirs have a full grasp of the law. To be safe, we'll continue to launch side-channel attacks on the system to give you opportunities to escape. You need to seize these opportunities. So start moving, and find a way to pull off a magnificent jailbreak. We detected another path's influence.
Critical warning. Critical warning.
Its power is strong. Maybe able to help. Use the path's power. Make it detect you.
Unauthorized communication terminated.
Is Herta saying a certain path's faction has arrived in Amphorius, and I can ask them for help? I mastered the powers of different paths in my previous journeys. Think hard and figure out exactly which faction has arrived at Amphorius, and which path's power I should use to call for reinforcements. Are these showing my memories? With a Stellar, a world that'll give rise to a lord, but what if I end up pulling... Failure is not necessarily a bad thing. I obtained the flaming lance left by the architects and gained the... That's right! No matter how far away a planet is, the IPC is guaranteed to pay attention as long as there's a business opportunity. Isn't Amphorius a pristine, untapped market? Besides, even if I can't call up my friends from the IPC, the architects and the nomadic miners should be able to help too. There are definitely cities and ores in this world. Seems like since Amphorius has no overseas market, the IPC's hand can... I received the Watchmaker's hat in Penacony and declared war against the Order, and then gained the power of the Harmony. That's right! The benevolent family must still remember me for saving them. Their music echoes throughout the stars, and they'll definitely want to help. Come, let me put on the deer hat that's been set aside for quite a few chapters. Sing with Clocky. The world is in harmony and the stars shine bright. Doesn't Lycus want this story to have background music? He has such terrible taste. The Remembrance. That's right. I came to Amphorius because Black Swan asked us to come. Traces of the Remembrance are also...
I finally found them.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Erudition's prison cannot stop us, for we lie outside the logic of zeros and ones. Come. The mythos of Amphorius waits for you to continue its story. When that brightest star, that star heralding the dawn, finally rises, a boat, so used to drifting, at long last enters an island's safe embrace. Oh, Pathstrider, we have helped you break free. Hurry and set off. The Child of Remembrance awaits you.
March? What's she doing here?
Oh, you're finally... We haven't seen each other for some... My good buddy, I've really, really missed you. Aw, don't be so sad. Aren't we seeing each other? It's been so boring waiting for you in this place. There's no one to chat with, no internet, and not even anything to eat or drink. It's basically a prison. Now the great hero is finally here to save me. Yippee! You must have seen a lot in Amphorius during this time, right? You gotta tell me all about it. I'm all good. Look at how fit and active I am. But let's get out of this spooky place first. This is not a good spot for a reunion chat. Why don't you take me back to reality? A strange voice told me that I can enter Amphorius if I keep following this road. So, let's head off. I still don't know what that world even looks like.
Why does March feel so weird?
What are you standing around for? Do you actually like this place? Get moving. Hurry! This door should be the exit.
Maybe my instincts are wrong. Let's follow her first.
Are you okay? Has it been so long that you're still...
No.
Huh? Isn't Amphorius the world of the Chrysos heirs and their hero's journey? I could figure that out in an instant.
But Amphorius cannot be observed from the outside. She couldn't possibly know about these things. Unless Dan Heng told her.
No, he's not. Maybe I just have. Never mind. Dan Heng's.
No. The geniuses would have made sure that Dan Heng made it back on the Express.
I guess you have Zen. There's no need to feel things out first. With. As expected. A glimpse of In that case, there's no need for further deceit. You're right. We're not the March, but we can send you back to Amphorius, as long as you are willing to help us. She's fine. This form was simply borrowed from... We'll introduce ourselves to... Just as a reminder, while you hesitate, time is quickly ticking away in Amphorius. Working with us is the best way to stop the enemy of erudition. Erudition would treat any results unrelated. The Remembrance treats all these in... Besides, this would be child's play for a great hero like you. Also, if your plan fails and the big bad Iron Tomb manages to get out, then the whole cosmos will be in danger. Wouldn't it be better to have an additional failsafe? As long as you help the Garden retrieve what we want, even if Iron Tomb reformats everything in the physical plane, we can use Remembrance to reconstruct the entire world. Or, should we say, the entire universe? So help us. Find where Amphorius's memory began, and bring it out. The Master of Anastrava has already glanced at you. Don't deny it. That storybook is the best evidence. Say, you aren't seriously gonna be moved by their pretty words. I am the one who commanded those little ones to lead you out of the prison. But I didn't expect to attract little gnats trying to take advantage of the situation. While Remembrance can help you return to Amphorius, there's no need for you to do it the way they want you to. Of course, there's also no need for you to make any deal, or pay any price. For you, this is probably a long time no see, my dear. Shh. There's no need to say anything. I know. You have so many questions swirling. Or do you need more proof? won't be hard.
Wait, stop it! They're away! I'm gonna keep our first photo, alright? It won't come to pass while we're around. And now, the statue. Is that Don Hunter's brother? Oh, did you hear that? She just called me the hero of the universe full of pain. Hey, are you sure? Maybe a couple.
It's as if they all happened just yesterday. I don't want to lie to you, which is why I will not use her name. The third month of Amphorius is the month reserved for the Veil of Evernight. So, place me into your... I'm happy to explain more, just not now. We might have a lot of time to ourselves, but Amphorius, if we do not stop erudition and destruction, then the journey you've treasured so much will face the prelude to its obliteration. A countdown not in amber eras, but in days, minutes, seconds. So, take this gift. This burning core flame. This footnote of a transaction. It contains hope, and the warmth of the entire world. Ripples of past reverie. She hid this fire in the long river of time, hoping that her wishes would transcend time to reach your hands in the future. Now, take it, and return with it, dear friend. Return to Amphorius, and overturn the final era Nova. Witness the time that stood still for the Deliverer, and the resistance that never bowed to the destiny of destruction over the long years that passed in a flash. Then, with this core flame, and I will silently watch. I believe the wait won't be.
What exactly?
Keep going for Amphorius. For you. And for the March 7th in your memory. Go forth.
Is this, Akuma? No one's here. And the dawn device is off. Am I too late?
I wanted to say for our reunion. Welcome back, friend. It's been such a long... You must be really confused right now, aren't you? But don't worry. The Deliverer can't afford to be lost, no? No, please follow me. And turn the pages of time and
Hear the words ever. I'll tell you the story of this 1,000-year journey. That way, it won't just be my memories.
Cyrene, can't hear me? Peaceful days are like breezes.
Dude. But just stop for now.
I will walk to the end with all your wills.
Dinner tomorrow night.
Matter the cost.
Have a good one. It's